And hello everybody, welcome back to Runescape. Um, I have to, I unfortunately have to start this video off with an apology for, one second, how many is it? It's 2 to 1. Sorry, I have to start this video off with an apology for the last stream that I did, where I basically spent the entire time either ignoring everyone or, just whining about how I didn't want to do this today. That's not how I should be doing things, right? I think that's about right, in terms of ratio. We'll find. I think it's 9. Without a coal bag, I think it's 9, 9 bars at a time. But yeah, I spent the entire time basically just whining at you about how I didn't want to be there. It's not that I didn't want to be there. Did I get it wrong? No, I didn't. It's 9. Okay. I was just goddamn bone tired. Didn't want to do much of anything. Okay, so what I can do is withdraw 10 anyways, because then I'll have exactly enough coal to do 9. But, whatever. So, with that out of the way, the Jagex team has released their behind the scenes for the month video, and oh boy, is this month going to be an absolute fucking doozy. This month is going to see the Clue Scroll rework, which I cannot wait to try on my main. It's going to see the Bank rework Taster, which we're going to get to experience here as well. And at the end of the month, I think it's at the end of the month, we are going to see the Mining and Smithing Beta, which is going to take place in a enclosed pocket universe, essentially, with only the core updates of mining and smithing involved. So you can't go around and do anything else. You can't chop down trees, you can't fish, you can't fight. Just mine and smith. And according to what they've said in the past, it's going to take place in a, like on an account that's not yours. You can be able to alter your levels up and down to see how it works. So we're definitely going to be doing some videos on that. We can make steel maces now, that's cool. We are definitely going to be doing some videos on that. Oof, I cannot wait. We are also getting, as I mentioned, the Bank rework Taster, which is going to see, well, we can just stay here and look at it for a second. These preset buttons here, there's going to be 10 of them over here. The Bank screen will widen to fit your screen better. At least it looked like it. Stuff like Diango, who stores decorative items, will be a part of... Go away. Yeah, will be a part of will be a part of the bank that you can withdraw from and put back in at will. And then the Wise Old Man's quest cleaning services. He identifies which quest items that you can ditch without issue. That will also become a part of. That will also become a part of the bank itself. That'll be a filter. Filter out unneeded quest items. Ding. It does sort of remove the roleplay aspect of going to the Wise Old Man, but that's not being removed. It's just being streamlined. So you could still go to him if you wanted to, and we might do it just for the interaction, you know. Yeah, and then the mining and smithing beta, we're definitely going to do videos on, from multiple of them, hopefully. And I might do just a full stream, depending on when it's released, when I have time, when I have a day off. Examine the smithing tools. Blacksmith will be needing these. I better not touch them. They're actual real smithing tools, too. It's pretty cool. But, Yeah, the mining and smithing and bank rework will be relevant to this channel. The clue scrolls will really be relevant to my other channel, but I'm still super hyped for that. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Because the first two also are sort of betas, are sort of like teasers. You know, look at what we're doing in the future. You know, the two that are on this channel, but then the clue scroll rework is a full rework. You know, the work is done by then. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. All right. And also this month, I'm going to be getting a pay raise, but the checks for that won't start reflecting my pay raise until next month, I think. But yeah, the pay raise is starting up this month, and lots of stuff is going to be happening very soon. Lots of stuff. So yeah, I think what's happened, though, especially with last night, was like every time I have an endeavor, every time I have a quest in my life, I reach a point where it's like, I got 6. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Every time I have some sort of quest in my life, I reach a point where I'm like, do I really want to keep going? I mean, I'm not. I guess you could call it a self-doubt, like, ooh, I'm not that good. But I don't think that's really it. I think what happens is, like, I feel like, okay, I've done enough, it's time to move on, which is not true in most cases. It's not enough, it's not time to move on or anything like that. Alright. Where is... That's right, we have to go to Edgeville to do that, so... No, we'll hold off for a second. And we'll do our smithing... Do we have our ring on? We do. Now, that'll just be low alchemy, so it's not going to be great, but yeah, there comes a point where it's like, I've done enough, and I can sort of relax now, and I can not do anymore, which I don't think is fair, but it's just how my brain works sometimes. It's probably a depression thing. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm just going to try and push through that little block. Push through that heap. What are you holding? Oh, you're a member. Why are so many members coming over to non-members' worlds? Like, why? What purpose does this serve? I don't get it. Anyways... Yeah, we did a lot of good work last stream as well. We got all that coal, but that was only part of it. Most of what we did was dungeoneering, and we went through a bunch of levels in dungeoneering. We got up to dungeoneering 18, which is actually not as hard as it sounds. I mean, first of all, come on, it's early levels. Second of all, we were getting like 3 or 4 levels per floor. Oh, we're only getting 90 coins for that? Fuck that, that's not worth it. I can make steel helms. 90 coins isn't worth it. We'll sell those to a shop instead. Now, see, as a member, I'll still want more steel bars. Because with steel... Ooh, I could make unfinished bolts. Yes. Unfinished bolts are the most efficient use of bars before you can make stuff that takes 2 bars, because you can make them into fletching stuff, and then, yeah. We're just gonna finish up a lot of projects like that. Finish up fletching, finish up stuff like that. Speaking of which, I should buy those feathers right over there. I forget what I was even talking about now. But yeah, hopefully sometime soon I'll be able to become a member. I really do want to hit the end of Dragon Slayer at least before I turn member on this account. And possibly even more. Possibly, like, finish up most of the quests and do most of what I can do before becoming a member. But because there's a lot of membership to explore, and it's gonna take us a while. You know, let's be very fair. It's going to take a while. I'm just making sure that all my recording levels and whatnot are good, and they are as good as they usually are, anyways. When can I make steel bolts? Stop that. Fletching, ammo. Oh, that's right. Steel bolts aren't until dumbfuck 46. I don't think I can even make iron bolts yet, can I? Oh, no. No. Ammo. Ammo. No, I can't even make iron bolts till 39. What the fuck? Well, alright. They're gonna sit there forever now. 39. What the hell? But we can at least finish up some of these iron arrows, I hope. Yeah, we can make iron arrows for a while. So yeah, we've explored now. We've sort of taken a look at all the different towns in non-members, which is great. But I think it's time for us to go through all of the dungeons next, or at least as far as we can penetrate into them. Penetrate. No, I'm not that terrible. Yeah, as far as we can get into them, we should get into the dungeons. Oh, no, not smelt. Once I do become a member, I'm going to want to do dwarven, want to do, like, the dwarven. The quest that gives me the dwarven cannon. And I think it's just called dwarven cannon. Dwarf cannon. That's the one. Dwarf cannon. Because rewards is 1 quest, 1 crafting XP, blah blah blah. The ability to buy and use a dwarf multi-cannon, the ability to smith cannonballs, and the ability to add the ammo mold to your belt. So that's what I want. I want that cannon. It's useful. Alright, so I got, how much was it, 90? 90 coins from low alking these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the mace shop. Where was the mace shop again? I forget. Mace shop. It was in... No, it was over in Falador, wasn't it? Yeah, it is. Alright, so either I'll be selling these to the mace shop for more than 90, or I'll be alking them for free. Either, whichever one happens. Really, whichever one gives me more money. Man, I was really skeptical about those lodestones when they first added them. I'm like, oh great, now we no longer need a teleport for anywhere. But on using them, especially as a member, oh boy do you still need teleports. 67 if we sell them to here. Yeah, we're alching these. Oh, no. Where the Explorer's Ring? Low alchemy. We're just going to mindlessly click here for a while. We don't have to just click, but we do it at a pace. And it... The best thing is, though, this is free XP every day. It refills every day. You get 20-something casts. It refills every day. You get free money and free XP from it. No runes spent. And eventually that'll be converted over to high alchemy as well, which will mean even more money. Especially if we're alching things that ordinarily can't be alched because they aren't worth it. Well, at least on a regular count, because their grand exchange cost is lower than the cost of the runes to do it. Really, I guess there isn't such a thing for Iron Man. It's a whole readjustment in my thinking, really. But, alright, we're bound to be getting close to the last of our alchemies, right? Last of our free ones for the day. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Come on. Nothing? There we go. We have 11 left to do tomorrow. Oh no, that's no big deal though. We can do that easily. So I am still watching Star Trek Enterprise, or Star Trek in general, but Enterprise right now. And you know, it's just reconfirmed my opinion that I already had about it. It has so much potential, but so little of it was tapped properly. For instance, you have Captain Archer, the first human captain of the first true human starship. And at many times, he's an undiplomatic ass. Like, why? Why couldn't they make him more of a diplomat? Like, why does he have to be like, well, in human culture, we often do this. Yes, but you're not on Earth right now, Captain. You're out among other beings who do things differently than you. And you need to stop imposing your human worldview on them. You need to understand that things happen differently out here sometimes, and it's not a morality issue. Sometimes there are issues of very real health and safety that are done differently than are done on your world. But... And then other times it's amazing. Like, I don't like most of the temporal Cold War stuff. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I don't like most of the temporal Cold War stuff, but I do like when they have, like, this massive tech disparity, right? Where, like, Crewman Daniels is showing off his cool tech to the bridge crew, essentially. And I mean, you know, that's not what it was, but that's what it felt like. Oh, man. Stop burning meat, shrimp, crayfish, chicken, rabbit, anchovies, and minnows. We no longer burn any of the level 1 foods. Nice. That's actually pretty useful, I suppose. Alright, so the trouts heal 375. The salmon will heal more, of course. But yeah, when he's like, it would be really more effective if I showed you in my quarters, sir. And I go to his quarters and he's got like this full-blown holographic, volumetric holography display that doesn't require a holodeck like it does even in Next Generation and Voyager. There's about as far ahead as you get. And it's all this other stuff, and it's like, oh man, Captain, you have no idea what's coming. But on other times, it's just like, you know? It's like this whole idea is like halfway fleshed out to make for a good show now without really... It feels like what they did is it feels like they didn't do any of the requisite world building to make that series great. Like, they needed to know behind the scenes what the universe looked like, at least in general, so they didn't have to just throw a plot together for the week. You know, just throw it all together and say, well, I hope this works. No. They need to have a world already built. You know, it's a lot easier and a lot more consistent to make a universe if you actually make the universe before you start writing in it. It allows for greater consistency. It averts the problem of what's called early installment weirdness. At least it helps to mitigate it. Because if you look at, like, and this has been a problem throughout all of Star Trek too, if you look at, like, the original series, right, and you watch the first season of the original series, oh boy, they talk about United Earth, they talk about like, oof, I don't even remember, there's so much that's just wrong. They talk about Starfleet being military on a couple occasions. We can make plain pizza. We can make wine? We can? Oh. Okay. I thought it was... I don't know. Whatever. We don't need wine. Why is it not a useful thing to us? But I might start picking up whatever grapes I find. But yeah, you know, they have that early installment weirdness. They have, and it's been in it's in everything. It's in every long form anything, any comic, any show, any movie series, anything. There's bound to be some early installment weirdness. Think about, you know, Luke and Leia, right? That was an early installment thing. It wouldn't have been like that had they, you know, had Lucas actually had... He may have had a roadmap for Anakin's journey through that series. Fine. But I guarantee you he did not know everything. He did not know where every character's arc was going. If he did know that, he would not have had the two of them kiss in the second movie. Guaranteed. Or in the first movie, for that matter. But yeah, that early installment weirdness is definitely in force in Star Trek right now. But you know, it's got the potential, and I can see the potential. So, I'll still keep watching it, of course. And then I'm also, as I mentioned, currently reading through all of Marvel. And I've made a healthy amount of progress, actually, but oh my god, these stories are getting bad sometimes. And Marvel's pathological obsession with making sure people aren't actually dead. There's nothing interesting in that level. Alright. Their pathological obsession with being like, oh, well, you thought they were dead, ha ha ha, but I, the villain, have enacted my most dastardly plot. In pretending I killed them, I did not kill them. Oh my god, how am I so terrible? I am the worst villain you've ever met. Or like, between Captain Marvel and the Super Skrull, right? Who continue to be characters going forward as well. They're like, you know, yeah, the Super Skrull, I want to take you alive. I want to, you know, I want you. Or like, I will induce all these. I will torture you with in all these terrible ways. Blah blah blah. And the Captain Marvel's like, oh, he needs me alive to find out what I'm doing here. He's saying all these terrible things in order to scare me into submission. It's like, no, that's not. I mean, yes, that is the actual plot. That is the actual plot. He's trying to scare him by talking to him. But I think even the stupidest supervillain should know that you can't scare. And really, neither of them are actually a hero per se. Of course, Captain Marvel is cast as the hero regardless because he's the pretty white one, you see. He's the human-looking one. The Super Skrull is all green with, like, chin dreads. Like, chin dreadlocks. Yeah, he's one of, point is, you know, Captain Marvel is cast as the good guy because he's white, because it was 1968, and Marvel still hadn't quite caught up with racial parity yet. You know, racial equality. Although they were doing pretty well. You know, the Black Panther is a pretty cool. Although I think he mostly calls himself the Panther right now, probably because of the Black Panthers that were active at the time that they probably didn't want to be associated with. Stop burning sardines, bread, and pita bread that we can't make. All these other members' foods that we can't make. Okay. Or we can make blurberry specials. Okay. Whew. But we got a lot of levels on that. 270, or what is that? 274,000 total levels. But even on our highest level, mining, our highest level of all, we're not even 1% of the way there. We're under 13 million, though. We're under 13 million. You know, that's a thought that I had. Maybe Iron Men should have more bank space, just natively, more bank space. It's like Iron Men get double bank space because we need to store more things. What time is it? It's been 25 minutes. Is there anything that I can... Oh, that's right. That's something else I can do. But yeah, Marvel... Yeah, shut up. I got 5 more minutes, alarm. Because I started 5 minutes late. Marvel has more problems in it than Star Trek does, I'd say. They've definitely got more problems than Star Trek at this point in their development. But on the whole, I'd say I'm still enjoying it. I'm not sure that I can, like, justify it yet. But I am enjoying it, so... Booty band? Okay. Okay. We're going to buy all these feathers. 6,000 coins down the drain. Ouch. But that's fine. We'll make it back. But, we can make a few more batches of these while we wait to finish up the day. I'm still going to... Yeah, tomorrow we'll start on our dungeon delving, essentially. We'll go around to various dungeons, starting here in Lumbridge, I think, because I'm pretty sure there's some dungeons around here to go into. Yes, one more run will be enough. 450 will be enough. Yeah, and we'll just explore, and we'll have fun. Next episode we'll do that. We'll start out, and we'll find some cool places to be. We'll enjoy ourselves. We can make jade-tipped blurite bolts. Great. Blood spindle longbows. Man, look at how fast that bar is going up, though. Doing, 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 doing. We're gonna get one more level before we end off this episode. That's what we're gonna do. One more level. Dang. Nothing new. Don't get anything new till 28. And even then, it's just some crappy, Oh, we're almost done with our iron arrowheads. No, we're just gonna finish up our iron arrowheads. That's what we're gonna fucking do. 2. I only need the 2. Yes. Okay. Alright. And stash them all. Now I've got 2,000 iron arrows that we're never going to use because we can make steel arrowheads. We can use steel, right? Well, we got crossbows actually. But yeah, we can use willow shortbows. So we can use steel, so we don't really need iron, although iron might be still useful as a training weapon. 96 damage versus 109. No way. Steel arrows do twice the damage. There's no way. There's no way we'd be sticking with them. Although, can we make steel arrowheads yet? Steel arrowheads aren't until 35. Of course. Of course. I'll see you guys next time. Have fun.